Have you ever wondered why Pikachu's rosy cheeks sometimes glow with a soft, golden light even when he is fast asleep? And what secret map is hidden inside that warm glow? Tonight, we are going to find out, because that very glow is about to take our favorite little Pokémon on a grand adventure. Deep in the heart of the Pallet Town woods, the velvet blue night sky has settled over the trees like a heavy, protective blanket. The cool evening air carries the sweet, comforting scent of crushed pecha berries, and if you listen closely, you can hear the gentle, rhythmic hum of distant butterfree wings. Pikachu is curled up tight in a cozy nest of soft, green moss, feeling completely safe and warm. But as his long ears droop and his eyes begin to close, a strange and wonderful thing happens. One of his cheeks sparks with a tiny, floating golden light that detaches itself and begins to spin lazily in the air. The bright spark spins faster and faster until it stretches out, opening a magical, swirling portal shaped exactly like the face of a giant clock right above his nest. With a soft gasp, Pikachu finds himself lifted by a warm, invisible breeze, floating gently right through the glowing portal. He glides down softly, landing with a quiet tap on the shores of Neverland, a legendary island where the autumn leaves never fall and the pink sand feels like warm sugar underneath your feet. Pikachu blinks his large eyes in wonder, looking around at the sparkling lagoons and twisting vines, completely unaware of the mischievous eyes watching him from the trees. But as he steps forward, a mysterious rustling sound echoes from the canopy above, leaving him to wonder what kind of strange magical creature is waiting to meet him in this land where nobody ever grows up before Pikachu can even shake the glittery sand from his paws. A cheerful green-caped boy with a long, furry tail swings down from a massive, glowing bean tree, landing right in front of him with a wide grin. It is a wild Grookey dressed exactly like Peter Pan, holding a small wooden sword and looking incredibly proud. Hovering right beside his ear is a tiny Combee, acting just like Tinker Bell, leaving a trail of sparkling, sweet-smelling honey dust in the air with every flap of its wings. Grookey welcomes Pikachu to the island with a playful bow, but his cheerful smile quickly fades into a worried look as he explains why the island feels so unusually quiet. He whispers that the Lost Pokémon of Neverland have completely forgotten how to dream because a grumpy, overtired Murkrow, wearing a tiny pirate hat like Captain Hook, stole the sacred midnight star clock from the highest mountain peak. Without the clock's rhythmic ticking, the night is frozen in a restless, awake energy, and no one can get any rest. Pikachu pats Grookey's arm comfortingly, his brave little heart ready to help his new friends bring peace back to the island. But as they look toward the dark, whispering mountains in the distance, a strange, rhythmic ticking noise begins to echo from the jungle behind them, making them wonder what massive creature is stalking through the shadows. Grookey points a trembling paw toward the thick jungle bushes as Pikachu's cheeks flash with a curious spark, reminding us of that secret map glowing inside him and making us wonder if it will help them find the stolen clock. Suddenly, the bushes part, and instead of a scary monster, a massive, round Snorlax comes rolling out, yawning so loudly that the trees shake. This is the island's giant tick-tock crocodile, who has accidentally swallowed an old alarm clock that goes tick-tock, tick-tock deep inside his big, fuzzy belly. To get to the mountains, the brave little team realizes they have to carefully hop across the Snorlax's soft, bouncy stomach while he takes a nap. Grookey takes the lead, puffing out his chest to look brave, but he accidentally steps on a giant, bouncy mushroom and goes stumbling backward into a soft pile of feathers, letting out a wholesome little squeak. Pikachu bursts into a quiet giggle and rushes to help, but his tail gets firmly caught in a sweet-scented, sticky sap vine. As Pikachu wiggles around to free himself, he lets out a big sneeze that releases a harmless, tiny spark, causing him to roll into a furry yellow ball. The tiny Combee flies over and gently tickles Pikachu's nose with its sticky wings, freeing him from the vine just as the Snorlax lets out a massive, rumbling snore. They manage to scramble over the sleeping giant just in time. But as they reach the base of the dark mountain, They spy the cranky Captain Murkrow watching them from above, leaving them to wonder how they will ever get the clock back without making him angry. High up on a twisted, gnarled branch, the grumpy Murkrow sits with his feathers ruffled, holding the shiny, ticking midnight star clock tightly against his chest. His eyes are wide and bloodshot, and it is clear that he isn't a mean pirate at all. He's just terribly cranky because he hasn't been able to fall asleep for days. Grookey grips his wooden sword, but Pikachu gently steps in front of him, knowing that anger won't solve this problem. Instead of using a loud, scary thunderbolt, Pikachu walks forward with soft, quiet steps and gently nuzzles against a nearby bunch of glowing, musical cherry berries hanging from the vine. His rosy cheeks release a very mild, warm static electricity that causes the berries to sway and chime like soft, rhythmic lullaby bells. The beautiful, soothing melody fills the mountain air, and Pikachu's cheeks pulse with a warm, comforting golden light. Murkrow stops scowling as the gentle sound washes over him, and his heavy eyelids begin to flutter. He lets out a long, contented sigh, his grip relaxing as the warm static breeze makes him feel completely safe. The midnight star clock softly slides out of his wings, gliding down a smooth slide of soft leaves right into Grookey's waiting paws. Murkrow wraps his dark wings around himself like a cozy blanket, tucking his head in, and instantly falls into a deep, peaceful sleep. But as the clock begins to glow brightly in Grookey's hands, Pikachu's cheeks spark once more, revealing the ultimate secret of their journey. As Grookey gently winds the golden keys of the midnight star clock, a soft chime echoes across the land, revealing the beautiful answer to our opening mystery. The golden map inside Pikachu's cheeks was never meant to lead to hidden gold or silver. It was a magical path of warmth and safety designed to guide the restless spirit of Neverland right back into the soothing rhythm of sleep. Instantly, the entire island is bathed in a deep, peaceful purple starlight, and the heavy weight of a restful night settles over the trees. The pacing of the world slows down to a gentle crawl as Grookey lets out a massive, contagious yawn, leaning his tired head against his thick wooden drum as his eyes slowly close for the night. Pikachu smiles softly, waving a very slow, sleepy goodbye to the tiny Combee, who is already curled up asleep inside a flower petal. Walking back through the fading clock portal, Pikachu settles right back into his warm, mossy nest in the Pallid Town woods. His breathing grows slow and steady, rising and falling in perfect time with the whispering wind outside. His rosy cheeks give one last, faint, comforting glimmer before fading into complete stillness. The night is quiet, the stars are watching over him, and Pikachu is finally deeply, fast asleep. If you loved drifting off to Neverland with Pikachu tonight, make sure to gently tap that subscribe button and leave a like so we can share many more cozy, magical bedtime adventures together. Good night, little trainer, and sweet dreams.